This is Carla, Erica, Victoria, Jordan, Lauren, Christina, at ako. At ito ang Group 4 sa FS.
As we entered the classroom, I observed that the students were interacting with one another. Before the class discussion started, as the class began, everyone is given a chance to speak to share their ideas and thoughts about worrying about being wrong because the teacher provides help, guidance, and encouragement as well as enlightenment every time that there is a misconception about the topic. As we observed the learner's behavior during the conduct of the class, I noticed that most of the students are trying to participate and answer teachers' questions. Some are taking down notes, the important ideas about the topic. Some are talking to their seatmate and others are silently listening to the discussion. The students behave and interact in a distinctive manner which is clearly demonstrated throughout the lesson. As we observe, I noticed that there is a close bond among students because they seem to be comfortable with one another. Some students occasionally crack jokes and the entire class join in by laughing. In addition, the students are divided into different groups during the class discussion about Zarzuela. In every group, there is a collaboration in when each group presents their work, the other groups are supporting one another through giving positive feedbacks like ang galing. Everyone is actively participating in the class discussion, but there are some students who really stand out because they are constantly reciting. Some are asking a question or helping when they don't understand a specific topic. Overall, they all participated because the teacher ensures that there will be a collaboration in each group activity. Most of the students provided their own answer to the teacher's question, while others needed some help from their classmates. There are some students who declined to respond because maybe they are shy or worried about answering incorrectly. Instead of forcing those students to answer, Mom Jesselyn de la Cruz gave an opportunity to other students who raised their hands to answer the question.
Analyzation. First, the teacher and the students are the most crucial individuals who play the key roles in the relationships and interactions in a classroom. Some students became a class leader, facilitating and supervising the group's behavior, especially when it comes to getting everyone to complete their group activity. There are some joke tellers who often tell jokes to lighten the mood when things get too serious. Some students behave as little teachers by tutoring and guiding their peers who are having difficulty in understanding the lesson. There is no attention seeker, a doubter, or pessimist among them. Second, I believe that due to the teacher's equal treatment to all of her students, the diversity of the students was significantly influenced. She provided them an encouraging and motivating feedback that focused on each student's areas of improvement. In addition, she didn't pressure those who were hesitant to respond to questions, and she didn't do anything or say that would embarrass students in front of the class. Despite of their differences, she treated them all fairly because she recognizes their unique characteristics and diversity. For our reflection, I believe that there is a sense of oneness and unity among the learners because I can see right away from the students' group activity that the group members collaborate with one another. That is the reason why their presentation of activities became successful. The relationship between the teacher and the students were improved and developed since everyone is comfortable and given a chance to speak and express their ideas about the lesson. The build relationship led to interactive learning where there is an interactive exchange of ideas between students and the teacher. Aside from that, if in the future I want the learners in my classroom to interact comfortably and actively, I believe that I can make it happen through establishing an inviting and inclusive learning environment where students will have a sense of belonging and value their contributions as a learner. I will treat everyone fairly and give them an equal treatment where there is no one who will feel left out. I want everyone to feel loved, valued, and accepted. To get my students acquainted to one another, I will provide activities that will require collaboration and teamwork. I will build a healthy relationship with my students and enhance classroom learning setting and make it more engaging.
Good day everyone, we are now already here in observation report. We will tackle about the different types of learning principles and diversity of the learners. Here we have development domain, preschooler, elementary, and high school. Here we will just focus on high school because on what we have observed, we observe on high school students, so the preschooler and elementary are already NA or none. So let's proceed. The first one is gross motor skills. Based on our observation, the student presentation of group activity requires them to engage their gross motor skills and their complete bodies to be used in a non-verbal communication. For the fine motor skills, the students' fine motor skills were also on display when they were required to recite while taking notes. The lifting of the hands and writing are examples of little muscle movements. And the third one, self-help skills. Planning and organizing task execution are skills they possess. The tools for their collective work can be prepared by them. In addition, they develop the efficient physical coordination required for daily tasks. And for the others, majority of the girls have undergone puberty by this period and physically mature, while physical development on boys is still occurring. And for the interaction with others or teachers, the students can fully participate in the class discussion. Aside from students can respond to a teacher question, they can also have an opportunity to ask a question to the teacher regarding the topic or the specific output they will create. And for the interaction with classmates, they interact with each other comfortably because they work together with their classmates in group activities through listening to each group member ideas and opinions. And for the interest, the teachers' different activities hook the attention and interest of the students because it is curious and specifically students really want to explore new things or current trends. And for the others, they act like mature people when it comes to communicating with their peers because they are knowledgeable on what they are saying or sharing. And for the most and temperament expression of feeling, they are still experiencing emotional ups and downs, contentment and at ease or doubtful. Their moods could seem unstable because they show different emotion and feelings towards each other. And for the emotional independence, they become better in understanding and be considerate of others' feelings. In addition, they are freely growing and establishing their own identities and skills, even though they appreciate and are content with their uniqueness, but still look for fierce acceptance. And for the others, due to their young brains, they are still developing the ability to regulate and express emotions in a responsible manner, because they can still experience emotional up and down. And for the communication skills, they seek help and ask their teacher about the topic she is discussing. They also inquire as to what should to be done to complete their tasks and activities. And for the thinking skills, they can take information, integrate, and synthesize before applying it to their activities, particularly in scenarios that encountered in a real-world situation. For the problem-solving skills, even though there were not many instances of problems being solved in the class of discussion, it is clear that the students can sum up with a lot of solutions when they are asked questions that will help their peers. And lastly, the others. They want to figure out things for themselves, but they don't necessarily want to come off as arrogant or demanding. Good day everyone, we are now already here in Analyze. Here in Level, preschool age range of learners observed 3 to 4. And for the salient characteristic observed, preschoolers like to move around a lot. And the application to the teaching learning process. Therefore, the teacher should use music and movement activities not just in PE but in all areas. Therefore, the teacher should not expect preschoolers to stay still for a long period of time. Preschool and elementary were NA because on what we have observed, we focus on high school students. So, here in high school, age range of children observed 13 to 14 years old. For the salient characteristic observed, high school students desire to join in different kinds of activities that will nurture their skills. And they begin to become self-reliant, which motivate them to want to work independently. And for the implication to the teaching learning process, therefore, teacher must improve the open communication approach inside the classroom to encourage more students' engagements. And therefore, the teacher needs to create and utilize activities that encourage collaboration because it will make the learning more interactive and